Intro, the invisible strings. Have you ever felt like someone was pulling your strings? Like your thoughts, choices, and emotions weren't entirely your own. You scroll through social media, buy things you don't need, agree to things you don't want, and later wonder, why did I even do that? You tell yourself it was your decision, but in reality, it was. This is dark psychology, the hidden science of influence, manipulation, and control. And the truth is, it's happening all around you. In relationships, at work, online, even in politics. In this video, we'll explore 11 powerful dark psychology tricks that manipulators use to control your mind, and most importantly, how to spot and defend yourself before it's too late. Stay till the end, because once you see how these tactics work, you'll never look at human behavior the same way again. Chapter 1: The Illusion of Choice. One of the most effective manipulation tricks is to give someone the illusion of choice. Instead of saying, "Do you want to do this?" a manipulator says, "Would you rather do it now or after lunch?" Either way, you're agreeing to do it. Politicians, advertisers, and even parents use this. It makes you feel in control, while your decision was already made for you. Psychologically, humans crave autonomy. We hate feeling forced. That's why the illusion of choice works. It satisfies your ego while bypassing your resistance. How to protect yourself. Whenever you feel like you're making a free decision, stop and ask, who benefits if I choose this? If the answer isn't you, someone else is pulling the strings. Chapter 2: Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the darkest tools in manipulation. It's when someone makes you question your own reality. You say, "You promised me that." They reply, "No, you're imagining things." And suddenly, you're not sure anymore. Gaslighting breaks confidence, causes self-doubt, and makes the victim emotionally dependent. It's common in toxic relationships and even in workplaces. The term comes from the 1944 movie Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into thinking she's going insane by dimming the lights and denying it happened. Warning signs. You constantly apologize, even when you did nothing wrong. You second-guess your memory or perception. You feel like you're losing it, but only around that person. How to fight it. Document facts. Keep notes. And trust your memory more than their version of reality. Chapter 3: Love bombing. At first, they overwhelm you with affection. Compliments, attention, gifts, it feels like a dream. Then, slowly, the tone shifts. They start controlling your time, isolating you from others, criticizing your choices. This is love bombing. Emotional overload used to hook you fast. It's common among narcissists. The goal isn't love, it's control. They want you addicted to their approval, so you'll tolerate their manipulation later. How to protect yourself. Real love grows slowly. If something feels too perfect too soon, it's probably manipulation disguised as romance. Chapter 4: Mirroring. Have you ever met someone who instantly felt like your soulmate? They like the same things, laugh at the same jokes, share the same opinions. That's mirroring, a psychological trick that builds instant trust. Manipulators study your behavior and subtly copy your body language, tone, and interests. You subconsciously think, "We're so alike, I can trust this person." But once the bond is built, they start using that trust to influence your actions or beliefs. How to defend yourself. Pay attention to people who agree with you on everything. Genuine people have differences. Mirrors don't. Chapter 5: The Scarcity Principle. Only 3 left in stock. Offer ends tonight. This trick is everywhere, from online stores to high-pressure relationships. Scarcity triggers fear of loss, one of the most powerful motivators in human behavior. It bypasses logic and creates urgency. Even emotionally, manipulators use it. "I don't know how much longer I can do this. You'll never find anyone like me." Scarcity makes you chase things, or people, you don't even truly want. Protection. If someone's rushing your decision, they're trying to control it. Slow down, think twice. Chapter 6, the foot in the door technique. It starts small. Can you help me with this one thing? You agree, it's harmless. Next week, the requests get bigger. And suddenly, you're doing things you never intended to. This is the foot in the door technique, proven by psychology experiments. Once you say yes, once your brain wants to stay consistent. Manipulators exploit that need. How to defend yourself. Learn to say no, even after you've said yes before. Boundaries aren't betrayal, they're self-respect. Chapter 7, triangulation. Triangulation happens when a manipulator brings in a third person to control dynamics. For example, a partner says, "Unlike you, my ex always understood me." Now you feel insecure and start competing for validation. In workplaces, it's when a boss compares employees to keep them in silent conflict. Why it works? It creates jealousy, insecurity, and distraction, while the manipulator stays in control. How to defend yourself. Refuse to play the triangle. If someone drags others into private issues, walk away. Chapter 8, guilt tripping. Guilt is emotional currency for manipulators. They'll say, "After everything I've done for you, you don't care about me." And just like that, you're doing what they want to avoid feeling guilty. This works especially on empathetic people who feel others' pain deeply. How to protect yourself. Guilt is not a contract. You don't owe someone just because they feel bad. Ask, am I truly responsible for this feeling? Chapter 9, projection. Projection means accusing others of what you're guilty of. A liar calls you dishonest. A cheater accuses you of cheating. A manipulator says you're the manipulative one. Why? Because it confuses you and makes you defend yourself instead of noticing their behavior. How to defend yourself. When someone accuses you out of nowhere, pause. Ask yourself, is this actually something they're doing? Often, the accusation reveals the accuser. Chapter 10, fear and reward conditioning. This is the foundation of all control, using fear and pleasure to train behavior. A manipulator punishes you emotionally when you resist, with silence, anger, or withdrawal. But when you obey, they reward you with affection, praise, or attention. Soon, you start anticipating their moods, shaping your behavior around their reactions. That's not love. That's psychological conditioning. How to protect yourself. Pay attention to emotional patterns. If affection feels like a reward, not a constant, you're being trained, not loved. Chapter 11, the gray rock defense. This last one isn't a manipulation, it's a defense. When you can't avoid a manipulator, become boring. Don't react emotionally, don't argue, don't feed their need for control. Like a gray rock, emotionless, neutral, dull. Manipulators thrive on reactions. Take that away, and they lose power over you. It's not weakness, it's strategy. Conclusion, the mind is a battlefield. Dark psychology isn't just about other people. It's about us, our own vulnerabilities. We all want to be loved, respected, understood. And manipulators weaponize those desires. But awareness is the antidote. Once you see the strings, you can cut them. Remember, the strongest mind isn't the one that never gets manipulated. It's the one that recognizes it and takes back control. If you found this video eye-opening, don't just move on. Watch it again. Share it with someone who might be trapped in a manipulative situation. And remember, knowledge